Haku wants to say Happy Mass Monday. Yeah, Happy Mass Monday. I'm gonna have to get down in a minute because I need my hands to put my mask on. I can't pet you. Yeah. He always tries to lick my mask, so I'll have to put him down. But he just wanted to say Happy Mass Monday. Get down, baby. Thank you. All right. Not sure what we're going to do today. I found an Olympic story that I kind of enjoyed. I mean, after what's been going on now, this is from the past and a little bit more enjoyable than some of the stuff going on at the Olympics this year. All right, got these from Temu. Got a whole pack of them, like 10 of them for $3 or something. It was really cheap. It was dripping everywhere, making a big old mess, so it's really juicy. It's got that paper thing on the outside of it that I can never do right. I think you're supposed to put it on with the paper thing, but I can never get that to work right, so I just take it off of the paper thing. And then try and get it to work. Come on. I slept really late this morning. I've been only getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep for days, so I slept till like, I don't know. I woke up about 6:30, and I went back to sleep and woke up about, I don't know, it was 10 maybe. So hopefully I caught up on some of my lack of sleep. Right, wipe that up where it dripped. Okay, we got that out of the way. All right, I got a couple things. I've got these little calendar things that some of them are funny, some of them are stupid. This one says, be kind to others. I don't get that one. I'm holding it together. You're the only bun for me. That one's kind of stupid. I had to think about what this was. It says love me tender. I think those are supposed to be chicken tenders. I totally love you. Oh, come on. No big deal. You've got this. You're my main squeeze. This should have been on the 4th of July. It says, let's celebrate. I don't believe in that, so let's get rid of that one. Don't like that one. You single? It's a craft singles. Don't like that one. Don't be flaky. Never been a real big croissant person, and now being gluten-free, I really can't have them because I've never seen a gluten-free croissant. I don't think they make them. I guess you could make them yourself, but yeah, croissants are too big a work. Be my date tonight. It doesn't look like a date. I won't say what it looks like. I shall always love you. Oops, there you go. Oh, kale, no. Unbelievable. That was dumb. All right, those weren't that good. I'm looking for stuff to send my grandson because my daughter-in-law gave me these envelopes to give to him when he goes off to college, and I'm going over to their house on Wednesday, so I need to put stuff in them. And 2 of them are for when you're lonely, and the other 2 are when you're stressed or something like that. So I need to put notes in them or little jokes like that in them, or something. So I got to be thinking about that because I got to do it done by Wednesday. And today, of course, is Monday because it's Mask Monday. I'm watering the backyard. It's a little late in the day to be doing it. You're not supposed to be doing it when it's hot, but it's looking really, the flowers and stuff are looking really droopy because I didn't do it yesterday. You have to do it minimum every 2 days. You're supposed to only water twice a week, but if I only watered twice a week, everything would die, but it's my backyard, so they can't tell what I'm doing. I don't water my front because I don't care if it dies because it doesn't really grow anyway because I got those big oak trees, so. Alrighty, this is a Olympic story. It's a missing flag story. It's kind of long, but bear with me. We'll see what you think. Hal Haig Priest may be one of the only pranksters to get a plaque honoring him for his mischief. You may not approve of his deed, but you've got to give him credit for being able to keep a secret. The Armenian American, born in California in 1896, Priest competed in the Olympics, 1920 Olympics in Antwerp, Belgium. There he won a bronze medal for platform diving. The medal, it seems, was not enough for Priest. In the conclusion of the games, and spurred on by another Olympian, Priest climbed a flagpole and stole the Olympic flag. Now there's a picture of him with the flag. Featuring the traditional interlocking rings that had become the symbol of the Olympics. The Antwerp Games was the first time the flag had been flown. So somebody designed that flag, and we use it now ever since. So it was the first time it was flown was in 1920, and this guy climbed up and stole it. The officials were understandably proud of it and dismayed by its theft. The brazen robbery was quite an accomplishment for Priest, who stood only 5 feet tall. However, it was worth noting that Priest was something of a jokester and perhaps a show-off too. He was one of the silent movie Keystone Cops, did a comedy act on Broadway, and was an acrobat in the circus. Well, no wonder he could climb the flagpole. Priest climb up the flagpole was only part of the story. Was only part of the story, okay. Although much of the world knew the flag was missing, no one could figure out who took it or where it went. Priest had stashed it in the bottom of his suitcase, and there it stayed for 77 years. All was revealed in 1997 when Priest was being interviewed at an Olympic Committee event. The reporter mentioned the flag mystery, and Priest blurted out a confession. At the age of 101, he decided it was time for the flag to be taken out of its hiding spot. I thought I ain't going to be around much longer. It's no good in a suitcase, he said as he turned it over to the 2000 Olympic Games. After some restoration, it was slightly torn where it had ripped from the flagpole and become somewhat discolored after all its years hidden away. It was put on display in the Olympic Museum in Lucerne, Switzerland. Priest got one more laugh, though. He received a plaque thanking him for donating the flag to the Olympic Committee. The only Olympian whose lifetime spanned 3 centuries, the athlete remained physically active right through his 100th birthday, around which time he gave up, of all things, ice skating. He died at the age of 104. I just got a kick out of that. I mean, still ice skating at 100. Wow. I've never been able to ice skate. I've got weak ankles. I mean, it was wrong what he did, but I mean, the fact he kept it hidden all those years and was that old and trotted it out in 3 centuries. So he was born in 1898, so that's the 19th century. And then lived through into, when he died, 2001. So he lived the 19th century, the 20th century, and the 21st century. Wow. And sounds like he was athletic till his dying day, practically. Oh, just heard the door, little door flap. The little boy came back in. So what else shall we do? Is there anything else in here? I saw something in here earlier. I got this book for some ideas of stuff to talk about. There was a Never Have I Ever in here. Have you ever played Never Have I Ever? These are pretty tame compared to what the kids play nowadays. And you can tell me if you've ever, on your Never Have I Ever, how many points you get for, let's see, do you get points for never or get points for doing it? Let's see. It's a drinking game. If someone has done the action in question, they take a sip of their drink, which could be alcoholic or not. So we'll just give points. So I'll get points for if I've done this. Never have I ever had surgery. Oh, I've had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I've had 6 surgeries. No, 7. So, yeah, I've had a lot of surgeries. Never, ever run a red light. Not on purpose. You know, I've done it accidentally a few times. Never have I ever used a gas station bathroom. I have, but depends on where you go. Like Buc-ee's is famous. If y'all know what Buc-ee's is, it's this huge, it's a gas station with 150 pumps, but it's also this crazy store, and it's known for having the cleanest bath. They have somebody in there all the time that as soon as somebody leaves the bathroom, the toilet part, they go in and clean it. I mean, it's the cleanest bathroom you've ever seen. Never ever been on a cruise. I've been on 2. I wouldn't go for a really long time because I get seasick, but they've got these patches now that you can put behind your ears and they help a lot. And then I have anti-nausea pills on top of that, so I was able to go on a couple cruises. I'd like to go on another one. Never have I ever spent a night in jail. Nope, never been to jail. Never have I ever prank called someone. Oh, when I was a kid, you'd do that, where you'd call up and say, you know, is your refrigerator running? Then you better go catch it. That kind of stuff. Never have I ever gone more than a day without brushing my teeth. I'm going back to the prank one. One time my girlfriend and I were having a slumber party, and she did it, but I just participated in it, kind of. But she called up some random number, and you know, we had telephone books back in those days, so let's say it was George Jones. She called up and tried to sound sexy and said, "Is George there?" You know, I'm sure the wife knew it was some kid doing a prank, but she was trying to cause trouble in a marriage, which was definitely wrong. But of course, she wasn't very successful because she still sounded like a kid. Never have I ever called the cops on someone else. Well, I didn't, but I was in the car with my son. We were following this car that was like drunk weaving. So he called the cops and said where they were, and he stayed behind them till the cops could get there, and, you know, stayed on, because he was a firefighter, volunteer. My other son's a real firefighter, but he was a volunteer firefighter, and he knew like all the local cops and stuff. So he stayed on the phone with them, you know, telling them, and then the guy figured out what was going on, and he got off the freeway and got into a parking lot and parked. And, you know, by the time the cops got there, he may have been drunk, but he wasn't driving anymore, so he kind of got away with it. But, you know, my son didn't want him killing anybody, so he called the cops on him. And one time with my ex-husband, kind of a similar thing. We didn't have cell phones back then, but I don't remember how he. I think what was it? We saw a hit and run, and we followed the car and got all the information, and then we called the cops about the guy that did the hit and run. We followed him until he parked, and then when we called the cops and said he's at this address and this is his license and all that stuff. Never have I ever drank an entire bottle of wine. I don't like wine. I don't like any alcohol. I mean, I'm not prude, you know, you want to drink. It's not that I disapprove of alcohol, it's that I just don't like it. I used to live in Northern California where all the wineries are and everybody's really into wine. And they'd always say, oh, well, you just haven't had a good one. You'll like this wine. No, I won't. Like, I like a daiquiri or a margarita, but I like the virgin kind where the alcohol doesn't ruin the limey taste. Never have I ever sneezed on a stranger. I don't think so. I mean, I've sneezed near a stranger, but not like projectile sneezing. Never have I ever met a celebrity. Don't think I've met a celebrity. Never have I ever had a cavity. I have. I've had a few, not a lot, but my mother, till the day she died, never had a cavity. She grew up in Missouri, and there's something, they have like a lot of natural fluoride in the water, and so she had super strong teeth, never had a cavity, even after she got cancer and stuff. She still never had a cavity. Never have I ever crashed a party or a wedding. No. I did go to this party that, it was my first date with my ex-husband. It was a blind date, and we went to this party. Just, we'd heard about it, and just, the word was out, and we went to this party thinking it was like a teenage party. Turned out to be a Hells Angels party, if you know what Hells Angels are. So we stayed a little while, and I'm in, as usual, I've always been this way, in the kitchen helping out, and the oven timer goes off, so I pull these pan of brownies out of the oven, and I'm like, oh, those look good, and somebody's like, those are special brownies, and I'm like, what? And they finally told me they were pot brownies. I'm like, oh, I think it's time to get out of here. Hells Angels are known for being very violent and dealing in drugs and selling drugs and murdering people and all that kind of stuff. I don't think they were quite as bad back then, but they're pretty bad now. Some motorcycle clubs are not like that, but this one definitely, bad. Well known for how bad they are. Never have I ever cut my own hair. Yeah, no. Well, as a little kid, maybe, where most little kids will do it once. But I know better because I know I would be terrible at it. I have friends that cut their own bangs. I used to have bangs, but I don't do bangs anymore. I'm tired. I got tired of bangs. So I'm trying to decide if I should cut my hair. I mean, it's down to about here now. I'm trying to decide if I should, like, maybe cut it short in the back and have it come forward, like a Karen cut. Never have I ever spent an entire day watching reality TV. Well, I've watched a lot of reality TV, but I've never spent an entire day doing it. I like Survivor, and right now I'm watching Big Brother, and what other Survivors? Amazing Race, I like that one. Some of the ones, I don't like The Bachelor. I don't like Love Island, where it's all like about sex and stuff. No, don't like those. Never have I ever learned a foreign language. I know bits and pieces, not like fluent in. I know a little bit of Japanese because I lived in Japan. I live in Texas, so I know a little bit of Spanish. I took French in high school, so I know a little bit of French, but I've lost most of that. A couple words in German, a couple words in Russian, but nothing fluent in any of them. I'd say I'm the most fluent in Spanish. I understand more than I can speak. Because I lived in California, Arizona, and Texas most of my life, so yeah, there's a lot of Spanish in those states. Never have I ever been the subject of a rumor that wasn't true. Oh, I'm sure I have. I mean, I think everybody has. I can't think of one at the moment, but I'm sure I have. Never have I ever flirted with a waiter or a bartender. No, that's not me. I don't even know how to flirt. I mean, I got married at 18, got divorced, went out with a couple guys after I got divorced, and I haven't dated in over 30 years, so I don't even know how to flirt. Wouldn't know what to do if a man fell in my lap. Never have I ever broken someone else's heart. I don't think so. There was one guy, I don't think I broke his heart, but I was 16 or 17 living in San Diego, and he was a sailor. Lots of sailors in San Diego. It's a big Navy port. So he was a couple years older than me. He was like 19 maybe. And he wanted to marry me, and I'm like, I'm not getting married at my age, forget that. And then a couple of years later, I did get married, so. But I should have married this guy. He turned out later, I found out his parents were multimillionaires. I missed out on that one. Plus, his last name was Thomas or Thompson or something with a T. I forget. I think it was Thomas. And if I would have married him, my initials would have spelled my name because I'm Patricia Ann. So it would have been Patricia Ann Thomas, P-A-T. But I don't think I broke his heart. Never have I ever lied during this game. No, I didn't. I told you the truth. As well as I knew it. Some of it I can't remember because I'm old. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. You're probably sick of listening to me. I am going to, I mean, you guys can tell me for sure, but I have eyeshadows that are 2 to 5 years old, so I think I need to get rid of them all. And my bathroom counter is just a mess. So I'm going to do some cleaning. You know how we purged my closet, although I'm going to do more of that. I didn't do my cardigans, and I didn't do my sweaters, and I didn't do my winter stuff. So I think I'm going to do the cardigans and the sweaters still, and then wait a little while in the fall, maybe do the winter stuff. But I'm going to go through all my palettes and then throw them all away. See if I can remember a couple. I'm going to look back at my ice cream videos, and I stopped doing ice cream about a year ago. So I still got some of their ones, and I don't know. I've tried looking online, and one place said 3 to 6 or 2 to 3 months is when you ought to get rid of anything, and I'm thinking that seems like really a short period of time. And another one said 2 to 3 years. So I'm thinking maybe those ice cream ones I got last year, those are probably okay. So I'm going to go back and look at some of my ice cream videos and figure out which ones I got from them that are like maybe a year or less. Oh, and I signed up for ice cream again. I really can't afford the box, but they have a bag that's only got like 3 items in it. But I thought, since I'm getting rid of like a whole ton of my makeup, because most of it's really old, some of it's years and years and years old, and it'll clean my bathroom up a lot, but then I won't have any makeup left. I mean, pretty much day to day what I wear. Of course, obviously I have nothing on right now, but I wear a concealer because of my big old dark circles and my little age spots and stuff. I wear a concealer. I wear like a cream foundation, blush, sometimes a highlighter, and then once in a while eyeshadow and eyeliner. But I don't wear mascara. Oh, and I pencil in my eyebrows because they're turning gray, so they look spotty. I never wear mascara because I'm always rubbing my eyes, and I don't wear eyeshadow a lot because of the same reason. I did get these little eyeshadow pencil ones from crayon ones. I guess they're crayons. They're about this big, and it's like a little tray of them I got from Temu. And to me, they don't seem like they do much, but sometime I'll put some on for you and let you decide if you think they're worth keeping. But those are brand new, so those I could keep. But anyway, so that's what's coming up. I might cook something. I'm going to make a peach cobbler to take over to the kids' house when I go over. I'm going to go over Wednesday and swim in their pool because I love to swim and none of them ever use it. So I'm going to go over and swim in their pool Wednesday. And then I got the peach cobbler, cook that, and then I'm going to make these sandwiches called Rose's Subs. If you look back far enough, you'll find where I showed how to make those. It's like a hot sub with turkey and ham and cheese, and you put it on a French loaf, a French bread thing, cut this way and layer it on there, and then you brush it with melted butter, and it's got dry ranch dressing in it, and then you bake it in foil for 20 minutes, and then you take the foil off and broil the top a little bit, but you got to really watch it because it burns like that. So anyway, if you go back far enough, you can see a video of me making that. So then we're going to hang out and play some games and stuff, because it'll probably be the last time I'll see my grandson before he goes off to college, although I'll probably see him when they drop off his dog. I'm going to watch his dog while they take him down to him and Bella. Max and Bella are going to come hang out with me for a couple days when they drive him down to move into college. His sister's got to go, I hope. I hope she gets to go. But anyway, enough rambling. So that's kind of some of the stuff that's coming. I just gave away my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. It's still going on. There's a Dollar Tree back to school collab where everybody, all 14 people, have giveaways. So I'm giving away all the school supplies. So if you go back and watch that, it's not too late. I think it's the end of this month, that 26th or 28th, something like that, that we're going to draw the name. So you can go back and enter that. Can't really afford the freight too much, so I might start doing some small giveaways, maybe with like gift cards, because that's pretty easy to just pop it in the mail, because it costs so much to mail stuff. Did you know the postage stamps have gone up, and they're going up again? I think on the 11th, they're going up to 70 cents. So if you want to get some forever stamps now, get them before they go up in price. My friend and I went to Costco, and they had them, and she bought like $65 worth while they were still cheaper. And she had them in her hand walking out, and somebody gave her a flyer on something, and she was carrying them together, and somehow they slipped. And we went back and looked and couldn't find them. Somebody took them. So she lost $65 worth of stamps. Ugh, that's heartbreaking. Anyway, enough chit chat. Love you all. Gotta go get some clothes on. I still got my PJs on. What does it say? I don't know what it says. It's jungle. It's a jungle out there. That's what it says. Alrighty, love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.